All right, so building off the lesson you just did on primary triads in the major keys, now we're going to look at primary triads in the minor keys. There are some similarities, there are also some differences. So let's begin. In minor keys, the tonic triad is minor. A minor scale is in a minor mode. So the one chord, or the tonic triad, is a minor triad because we create a distance of a minor third between the first and third notes of the scale. The subdominant triad is also minor. Since we're in a minor scale, in a minor mode, the primary triads will generally be minor, right? Now here's the one difference though. It says a big but the dominant triad is major. The dominant triad, the triad built on the fifth note of the scale, is major. The reason is because we have a raised seventh note. Why are we using a raised seventh note, you might ask? Well, remember the harmonic minor scale has a raised seventh note? A harmonic minor scale is the most commonly used form of the minor scale. So generally, when you are asked to write triads or do some theory stuff in minor keys, generally you'll want to use that raised seventh note. In the key of A minor, for example, this is an A minor. The seventh note of the scale is a G, so we're going to raise that G to a G sharp. And in the 5 chord, in the dominant chord, you're using scale degree 7 right there. So the scale degree 7 will be raised using that G sharp, creating the interval of a major third here. And so that's why the 5 chord in a minor key is generally major because of that raised seventh. So a few things to take note of. In the chord symbols, a minor triad is represented by a lowercase m placed after the letter name of the chord. Look here. Instead of just the uppercase A, an uppercase A on its own would indicate an A major triad. A little m beside it indicates minor. So this is an A minor triad, D minor triad, and notice the E is all by itself. That shows you that it's an E major triad. In order to notate that in the Roman numerals, okay, we use lowercase Roman numerals. Notice little I. A little IV, that indicates that there's a minor 1 chord, a minor 4 chord, and a major 5 chord. So, it's common practice to use uppercase Roman numerals, like these, for major triads, and lowercase Roman numerals for minor triads. That's the convention, okay? While we're learning this stuff, if you forget to use major uppercase or lowercase I's and V's, whatever, not the end of the world. We'll just do some reminders about know what kind of triad you've got so that you can put the proper kind of Roman numeral or put the little M beside the letter name when you need it. So the rest of this worksheet is very similar to the previous page where you were working in the major keys. You're using the primary triads in the major keys. Now you're using primary triads in the minor keys. So the first question here, write the scale of G minor, G harmonic minor using a key signature. Write the 3 primary triads above the 1st, 4th, and 5th scale degrees, just like they did here. Label the chords using the chord symbols above and Roman numerals below, just like they did here. Essentially, just like the previous page, you're going to take the example scale with the triads, take this whole line, and recreate it exactly, but in the key of G minor. And then finally at the bottom of the worksheet, you're going to identify the key signature, the key of each of these sets of triads, and label each chord. One thing to notice with these 3 examples at the bottom, there is no key signature given to you in any of these examples. Any accidentals that are needed for the scale are put right inside the key signature, or right inside the notes. So take a look at what you have here, what accidentals are there. Try to figure out if these are major or minor triads. You can even just look at the first triad, the tonic. This is a 1 chord, a 4 chord, a 5. A 1, 4, 5, and a 1, 4, and 5. Look at the tonic triad. If that's a major triad, you're in a major key. If it's a minor triad, you're in a minor key, and that'll help you figure it out. Okay, the first example is obviously in the key of D, D something. Is it D major or D minor? Right? The next example is in the key of G something. Is it G major or G minor? And the final example in the key of E something. Are we in the key of E major or E minor? You know that, but you figure that out by analyzing the nature, the quality of that triad. Take care of that worksheet. We'll take up any questions in class, and we'll carry on to the next lesson. See you later.